Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be going over exactly how to sell, literally exactly how to sell on Amazon in 2019. This is going to be a step-by-step beginner's guide. It's going to be a good one. We have some huge announcements, so stick around. We're back. Over to you. No, I'm just kidding. So let's grab a marker here. And I already did the my due diligence here. I wrote everything out up front just so that, this took a while to do. If I was doing this in real time, this would have taken forever. Now, what I did this for, I remember hunting for all of this information in the very beginning when I was starting a year ago, and I had to pick and choose, pluck little parts and find each step. This, for the most part, is every single step. There's probably things that I just literally couldn't think of, and it's a good point that should be added in there. But this, for the most part, can take you from not knowing anything about this business model to this. Get rich. Like that? So really quick before we start, guys, I have a very big announcement. So many of you guys have been asking for a course. Wait, it's not what you think. I'm not, so originally I was like, man, so the reason that people like me is because I'm giving you this free content, right? I don't want to jeopardize that. I understand that a course is extremely valuable because it's like a one-stop, step-by-step thing for the entire structure of how to do this. And while I could put out all the information on my own, just on my YouTube channel, it's scattered, right? It's hard to find everything. It takes forever to pluck it out. I'm going to be making the Savage Sellers Pay What You Want course, okay? So I was gonna originally just make it like $300 and make it cheaper than everyone else's course. I'm leaning in. Is this creeping you out? I'm making it pay what you want. So I'll do a quick insert of what the website looks like really quick. So you come here and it's gonna be a full length course, guys. So don't think that just because it's pay what you want, it's not every single step and just as valuable as a $500,000 or $1,000 course. You could put in this box right here any single price that you want. And I understand that not everyone has the amount of money that others do. Not everyone is equal as far as money. So I wanted to give every single person the opportunity to sell on Amazon and get all the information in one spot. So it's completely donation based. It's not out yet, but I wanted to let you guys know that this is something that I'm working on and it's something to look out for. Of course, I'll tell you when it's out. It'll be out within the next couple of weeks. Okay, guys? Along with some other stuff, I have some, just like this mug, Savage Sellers mug coming out soon, and some merch as well. So I'm really excited for that. A lot of you guys have been asking me about what I'm working on, so that's what it is. Let's get into this. Comment down below if you're excited, by the way. Put Savage in the comments if you're gonna pick up the donation-based course, all right? So step one is creating your business. Now, I haven't made a ton of videos about this, so I like that we have this on here. And I get a lot of questions about this. So creating your business, I would say literally the first step is to go to InkFile. I'll have a link in the description and start your LLC. Now, I get the question a lot, can you start selling on Amazon without an LLC, Paul? Yes, of course. The reason that you get an LLC is because it gives you liability protection, okay? That's what that stands for, limited liability company. So what that means is, let's just break this down really simple. And again, none of this is legal advice. This is just what I'm doing. And I'm showing you guys my examples of what I'm doing, okay? So a limited liability company essentially takes the legal pressure off of you and puts it onto your business. So say you have, on your personal assets, you have a nice car, you have a house, anything else like that. You have a timeshare, blah, blah, whatever. If someone sues you and you're a sole proprietor without a company, they can sue you for your house, your car, everything in your personal bank account, and your savings account, your stocks. If you have, a limited liability company. Now, this is not 100%. There's ways around it. Obviously, you're never completely secure in a business. But for the most part, say you sell like a curling iron, it burns someone, fault of the product, and someone tries to sue your company. You have $10,000 in your business company, and that's it. They can sue you for $10,000, and then you'll bankrupt that company and start a new one, essentially. So it gives you that protective barrier. Now, when you're creating your business on InkFile, it's only $49 plus state fees, which is really cool. And it's an affiliate link that I do have in the description. I get a small amount of money if you buy it through there, if you sign up through there. It's the best one. I've looked around. When I started, that's the one I used. I know there's LegalZoom as well, a couple others. It's the one that I use. It's very simple. I got my documents to start my business like within a week, so I was up and running really quickly. The next part is getting an EIN if you have a business. If not, if you're going to be a sole proprietor, this will just be your social security number. So I would assume you know your social security number if you're not going to do an LLC. And if you do an LLC, you just go to getanein.com. It's on the IRS's website. It might be a tab or something. It was a while since I've done this, but go to get an EIN, and then you could request one. Also, InkFile, the link in the description when you sign up for an LLC, they give you an EIN as part of the package. So the next part is you're going to create a logo for your business. Now I would recommend doing this because this is technically how to private label, right? So you need a logo whether you're doing a sole proprietorship or a business. Either way, you should make a personal logo. You could go to fiverr.com for this. This is really easy. I actually just made my logo on myself, some graphic design software. It's not too hard. It could literally just be bold black font, the name of your company. It's really not like that. You could get a free logo creator app on your phone. That's how easy that is. Don't get too crazy with this. If we look at like some of the biggest companies in the world, Apple, it's an apple with a bite taken out of it. Coca-Cola, it's the cursive name of the company. Okay, so don't get overwhelmed with the logo part. You can get one for $5 on Fiverr, or you can make one for free. Moving on, once you have this, or if you choose to go the sole proprietor route, you're gonna go and create a seller account, and you need the pro one, okay? You need the pro one because the pro one, which is the one that allows you to be fulfilled by Amazon, and that's the whole point of what we're doing. We want passive income. We don't want to be fulfilling the orders all ourselves. When you create a pro account, it gives you prime seller status. So you know when you look on Amazon and you see something is shipped, 2-day free shipping by Prime, you're going to be one of those sellers. So that instantly boosts your sales right off the bat. If you're selling the same exact product and you had a pro seller account and someone else had an individual seller account, you would probably get most of the sales just because of the ease of being a prime seller. So next one, I kind of color coded this and I don't know how I did, but green is important, okay? Green is good, green means money. Product research is what most of my channel is about. Product research is super important because it is literally the foundation of whether you're gonna do good or whether you didn't build a good foundation, maybe use sand to build that foundation and it just crumbles, right? So, it's a good analogy, right? Product research is super important. That's why it's in green and it has an exclamation point. Exclamation points mean things are important. Steps to doing product research. You see how I did this? I have the main statement and then we go into ABC, okay? Or however many there are, this one has a lot. Broke it down into the main thing. So step 2 is doing product research. So once you have a seller account, a pro seller account, most of you that I talk to already do. So you're already a step ahead of the game. So create your seller account, and then step 2 is you need to start doing product research. This could take 2 days or it could take 2 months. That part's up to you. How hard are you gonna work? The more time you spend doing product research, probably the better outcome you're gonna have when selling. I spent about a month doing product research, just for those of you who are gonna ask. So the first step of doing product research is you need a product research tool, right? You couldn't possibly pick a product, well you could, but it wouldn't be very educated and not very data-based. If you just randomly picked a product and started selling it, you wanna know what other sellers are selling that's making them a lot of money without that much competition. So that's the easy, product to get into. If it has only a couple sellers selling it, they have very low reviews, but they're making a killing on it, that's a good product to get into. And the way you determine that is by getting Jungle Scout. Jungle Scout, there's a ton of other softwares out there that'll do it now. When I started, it was mostly just Jungle Scout. Viral Launch wasn't even out yet. So Jungle Scout is a really good one. It's the oldest one, it's my favorite. I've been using it forever. There's also a link for that in the description. So if you guys are ready to get going and you're ready to change your life financially, go create an LLC. If not, that's fine. You could, if you're limited on your budget, I would say even wait on the LLC. Start as a sole proprietor, start making a couple grand a month, and then once you see that you have a ball rolling here, you have some progress, you're making money, go get an LLC and transfer the account over to the LLC ownership. So that's really easy to do. The next step, and what you could all do today, is go buy Jungle Scout. Jungle Scout is the tool that you always see me using in my product research videos, and that's literally how you figure out what you're gonna sell. So that's why this is in green. Product research has gotta be the most important part of this business. So get Jungle Scout, and then how do you use Jungle Scout? So Jungle Scout, the web app, there's 2 different parts to it. There's a Chrome extension, which you need. That's why I have this as step one. Buy Jungle Scout, the Chrome extension. That's the first part. And the other one you could kind of get away with not having, but this you need, the Jungle Scout Chrome extension. Again, I think that's the first link in the description. The Jungle Scout Chrome extension is the thing that pulls up on the screen and shows you every single seller's revenue. How else would you be able to know that if you don't have a tool like that? So that's why that's so important. That's how you gauge what you're gonna start selling, and then you go into the criteria. Okay, so, oh, by the way, the web app is the one where you put in, so there's 70 million products on Amazon, guys. The Jungle Scout web app, we're talking about how to use still here. The Jungle Scout web app searches the entire Amazon catalog, and you get to put in your own criteria, which we're gonna go over here, about what kind of products you wanna see, so you could get ideas of what to pull up the Chrome extension on and what you ultimately wanna sell. I recommend getting both. Combined, I think they're $139, right? Even less than that. The Chrome extension is $97, and that's for an entire year. They recently just changed it. It's an entire year, it's $97, and you have it for a year. You'll be able to do product research for an entire year for $100. I don't see too many people complaining when they have to buy a new pair of shoes that are well over $100. So spending some $100 on a piece of software that's going to make you tens of thousands of dollars is definitely a good return on investment. Now the criteria that you want to see, say you use the web app, you find the product, you pull up the Chrome extension on the broadest search term. What am I looking for, Paul? You know, I get it, I pull this up, it's in the top right corner, it says JS, now I read all these numbers, but what does that mean to me? What do I look at, and how do I know if this is even a good product to sell? You want to see, this is a very simple 7 out of 12 set that I've come up with. So Jungle Scout, when you pull it up, it's going to show you in order that they're ranked on Amazon. So if you search maybe, classic example, garlic press on Amazon, and it's going to show you all the hundreds of listings for that. When you pull up Jungle Scout on the search term garlic press, it's going to show you 1 through, I believe, 20 on the first page, 1 through 14, something like that. So when I say 7 out of 12, we're talking 1 through 12. This is what it should look like on the broadest key term. You want to see that 7 out of 12 listings have under 75 reviews. That shows low competition, okay? Reviews are directly correlated to competition on Amazon. You want to see that 7 out of 12 listings have over 300 sales. My goal, personally, with any Amazon product is 10 sales a day, which is 300 sales a month, and I want $10 profit per unit. So that's $100 a day. That's a really good, income. $36,000 a year from passively selling one product. And now think of how scalable that is. If you could do that with one product, simply launch another product, and now you're up to $72,000 a year, right? So you could keep doing that, and you could literally be a multimillionaire selling on Amazon. It is really incredible. I sound like I'm pitching it like a commercial. 7 out of 12 listings should have over $3,000 in revenue. So when all of these are combined, that's a good product. And then that brings us to the next thing. Before you go on, get all excited, start sourcing it, make sure it is not gated. You could simply search on Google, Amazon gated categories. If this falls into one of them, for instance, a good example is a lock picking kit. That looks great, the numbers look amazing, but as soon as you put it up, your listing will be taken down within a couple weeks or so. If you survive any longer than that without Amazon noticing, I would be surprised. Get some water here. The next most important part is differentiating. Okay, differentiating is in green. Product research is in green. We also have a couple other things in green. That means that it is important. So it is color coded somehow. It's hard to color code with 4 colors. Differentiation will be the determining factor of whether you take all the sales of the market or whether you barely get any of the sales of the market. My first product, I came in and there was people selling one product and it was all the same. For the same exact key term, one other product that was very similar to it was being sold separately. So both of these things were being sold separately for $14.99 and they both worked together. I came in and I was like, wow, what an opportunity. Why doesn't someone sell those together and charge a bundled rate? So slightly less than both of them added up together and sell them both together. I took a $1,300 investment and turned that into $12,000 in profit my first month. Just because I differentiated. No one else was selling what I was selling, and that's why it went so well for me. I didn't do any fancy giveaways. I didn't use influencers. I didn't use Facebook ads. I simply differentiated so well that as soon as people saw my listing, even if it was on page 5 to 10 to start, bought it, and I got ranked to the first page within a week. I made $200 in profit my first day organically because of differentiation. That's how important it is. I can't stress enough, do not do a Me Too product, guys. What is a Me Too product? That's literally when you see a product, say maybe a silicone collapsible funnel, okay? Someone's selling a silicone collapsible funnel and they're selling it, the silicone's green, the plastic is white. You see that they're selling a silicone plastic funnel with 20 reviews and they're making $9 grand a month. You go on Alibaba, you find the exact same product, you order it, you send it into Amazon expecting that you're gonna make the exact same amount. They already have sales velocity. They already have 5-star reviews. They're already on the first page. They already have a good price. Why is someone going to pick yours? If you cannot answer that question, then you probably shouldn't sell the product you're going to be selling. Why someone should pick yours should be a very easy question to answer. Now you shouldn't really have to think about it. You should say, oh, well mine it's made out of a better material. I bundled it with this, which people are frequently purchasing with this. No one else has done that. And mine is a different style than all the other ones. I spent a little bit more up front, but it's gonna be worth it because mine's more valuable. You should be able to simply say that. If you can't say that and you're just, well, mine's the same as everyone else's, please save yourself the trouble, don't sell that product. Go back to the drawing board and differentiate. Now, I have videos about this, but let's just bang this out because I don't want this to be too long, but I want you to get, what you can do is grab a notebook, write down every single step of this, and maybe every day cross one off. Create your LLC, go to InkFile. Like I said, the link in the description is super easy to set up an LLC. It's not a complicated thing at all. They basically walk you right through it. Go set up an LLC, okay? So maybe you check that off, day 1. I set up my LLC, I wait a week, I have all my information. Okay, now I'll make my seller account. Check that off. And this is why I did it this way. You could literally grab a notebook and copy every single one of these. That's okay. For those of you who are wondering, this is everything that will be in the course and more. Every single one of these bullet points is going to be a video showing you click by click how to do that, which is super exciting because there's not going to be a single thing left out. We're probably talking 10 or more hours of content, and you could pay whatever you want for it. Comment savage down below if you're interested in that. No one's done that, by the way. There is not a pay what you want course. So I'm thrilled to be able to give that to you guys. I wanted to make it foolproof so someone couldn't come in and say, he's just trying to make money off of us. Guys, I want you to change your life. I want more happy people in this world. And let's be straight up here. Money will not make you happy, but a lack of money won't either. So I think having more money is definitely better than not having money. So I think we could all agree on that. And here's step 3, okay? So we did 1, create a business, 2, product research, all the way down through differentiation. All right, great. Now you know exactly what you want to sell. It's a gold mine. You're ready to get in. You're excited. Find a supplier on Alibaba. You could go to alibaba.com and click in the exact product you're looking for. For example, if we were going to sell a garlic press, go to alibaba.com and in their search bar, type in garlic press. Look for the best ones. Now, I have a copy and paste template. That'll be in the course, and also I have a video about it with this template. You could just literally copy the whole thing, and there's a couple fields that you could put in. It says, hello, my name is so-and-so from the United States. I run an e-commerce store. I'm looking for this, and it's a whole template. You could put in, copy that, and you don't have to type it to everyone. Just send that to at least 3 suppliers. I send it to like 5, and get them to give you quotes of their right out the door quote. Once you have the quotes and you triangulate, the reason I say 3 is because 1 might be really high, but if you contact at least 3 suppliers and try and get a quote for your product, that's going to give you a pretty good idea, okay? So if they're all saying the same thing, that's probably what they're all charging, okay? They're not working together to give you the wrong price. Negotiate the landing cost. I cannot tell you how important this is. Chinese manufacturers do not expect you to pay what Alibaba says on the site. If it says $250 to $450 per unit for 100 units, you should not be paying that much, okay? Never pay landing cost. You could literally say, I know this industry and I know that the material cost for this should be slightly less. My landing cost for this product is $2 flat. Can you meet me at $2? If they say, yes, that's fine, we'll meet you at $2. That is a win-win scenario. The supplier is happily selling you a product at the cost that they want to be selling it at, and you got the price that you wanted. If you buy it, this sounds weird, but if you buy it at the price with no negotiation that they say in the beginning, they almost disrespect you a little bit, because universally it's expected that you should negotiate price. You just look like kind of a moron if you're just like, okay, I'll pay that without any negotiation whatsoever. So definitely negotiate. Don't be afraid to do this. It is expected from you. Literally expected. You want a win-win situation. You want your supplier to be your buddy and on your side. You don't want them to feel like you're an idiot for not negotiating, and you don't want to negotiate too hard to the point where they feel like you're being aggressive and just trying to take advantage of them. Let's get down to the next step. Oh, whoa. See, I almost messed up. We gotta jump over here. So the supplier part is a little bit longer than everything else. Order a sample, people. It's $50 for shipping most of the time if you're ordering a product that's pretty light. Order 2, order 3, order from different suppliers, okay? I don't know what I was trying to say. Triangulate the points of different products and physically use them for what they're used for. You want to, test your products. You can't just make a listing, never see your product, send it in and hope that it's good. This can be the best $50 you ever spent. This could save you from losing $1,000, or it could make you go with a different supplier that you originally weren't going to go with. And even if they were a little bit more expensive, you see, wow, that 70 cents is a major difference. This is a way better product than the one that's 70 cents less from the other supplier. Order samples and use them for what they're trying to be used for. Look at the comments on Amazon about, the reviews on Amazon about your competitors' products, and see if your product is better. If it's not, you're probably going to run into similar issues of your product not meeting the same standards that the customers are expecting. Order samples, it is so important to do. Next, you're going to send your supplier, no, we have to do this first. So this is part of this one. Create your listing. So you found your supplier, you've ordered samples, you're ready to do this thing, okay? So you know it's a great product, it's differentiated, it meets this criteria, you're ready to go. How do I source the product? First, you need to go, so first of all, you create the listing before you have the product. Common misconception. This needs to be done before you can place an order with your supplier, because they're not going to know where to send it. Amazon's not going to know you're receiving products. You need to do this next. Create the listing, and you need to buy a UPC code. Very simple. I will explain what the difference between a UPC code and a barcode is right now, because people always ask me this. Don't mix these up. UPC code you could buy. I get mine from Barcodes Mania. They're not sponsored or anything. That's just where I go. It's really easy. It's $4.99 for a UPC code. That's a universal product code. Buy one of those and you will get the number for your UPC code sent to you in your email. That is what goes in your listing. The first part of creating a listing is to put in your product code. So that's where you put that in, and then you forget about it. You never worry about the UPC code again. It's just part of your listing in the beginning, okay? A barcode is something that you create that's unique to your product that Amazon gives you. They give it to you. You create it in your seller account, and that's what you send to them. You send your supplier barcodes digitally. You send them the file over email. You don't send them a UPC code. You send them a barcode, and you create that in your seller account. Next, keywords. I personally use Keyword Scout to figure out all the best keywords for my listing. Now this is a cool tool because it shows you things that it's intuitive enough to show you keywords that are not just, for instance, I used to use merchant words. Seems ancient now. You put in garlic press and it shows you garlic press, stainless steel garlic press for cloves. It shows you all words using that main word that you put in there. If I put garlic press into Keyword Scout, it's going to show me garlic press, garlic crusher, stainless steel crushing tool for garlic. It shows you all of these different keywords that you would have never even thought of in the beginning, and you're going to put those into your listing. You're going to put those into your back-end keywords. You're going to put them into your copy, and you're going to put them into your title. Don't try and stuff random words like new, 2019, improved, your brand name, so-and-so, in the beginning of your title. That's what we're moving on to next. Put whatever is searched for most. If you're selling a garlic press, don't freaking put Paul's garlic press at the beginning, okay? Put garlic press by your company, or garlic press, stainless steel press for garlic by your company. Have the keywords in the front of your title. That's how Amazon knows what it is. I get so frustrated when I see these random capitalized private labels right at the front. That is a no-no. Don't do that. Put what your product is called at the front of your title. So after you're done building your title with keywords, you're gonna go onto your pictures. Now, if you have a really good camera and you're a photographer, this is a really good part for you because you get the freedom of creating your pictures however you want and changing them as you're selling. I personally take my own product pictures. You could also, so there's basically 3 things you can do here. You could take them yourself if you have any kind of photo editing skills in Photoshop, Photoscape X, and have a good camera. That's the best bet. If you can learn how to do that, then that's really cool. If not, don't worry. If you have no idea how to use a good camera, it's totally fine. Go onto Fiverr.com and search Amazon product photography. There's tons of photographers on there, and don't cheap out. That's why this is in green. Remember what I said? Green is important, okay? Green is good. Get good pictures. Spend $200, $300, $400 on pictures. This should be most of your cost when you're beginning, okay? A way around not doing that is finding a supplier that already has really, really good pictures of their products. That's not that hard to find. That's what I did with my first product, so don't tell me it doesn't work. I know there's gonna be trolls in the comments saying, oh, you can't use suppliers' pictures. I swear to God, you can. When you're first starting, if you're on a super tight budget, $750 to $1,000, you can do that. If they're good, don't use shitty suppliers' pictures. Use really good pictures from your suppliers, and that'll work. So you could either take them yourself, if you're good with photography. You can get them from your supplier if they really have good pictures, and that'll be free. Just say, hey, I want to use your pictures on my website. Is that okay? They'll send you the files. And if not, go to Fiverr and get your product pictures done really well. Last thing is to write your copy, and that is, the bullet points that you see on the listing in the item description. You're going to want to make that a keyword housing area. So it's a really good place to jam in keywords, but you want it to sound organic, okay? So the way to write these is to have a bold statement at the front of each bullet point. You usually want to start with, something that's going to tell you about the experience of the product. So if it's like, a pair of glasses, experience clear vision. That'll be in caps at the front of the first bullet. The next one down might be 100% biodegradable. Maybe they're eco-friendly glass frames. And then the next one could be satisfaction guaranteed. Okay, so you want to put these big statements. That's mostly what the customers read, is those big statements. So don't put like, you'll love it, great product, good for family and friends. Like, make those points compelling, okay? Now this is gonna be in the Pay What You Want course, so don't worry if you don't quite understand this yet. Within the next couple of weeks, once you guys find your products, the course will be live, and you can donate any money you want and get into the course. Now we're done creating our listing. We need to send our supplier the barcodes. So this is really easy, guys. On your inventory screen, if you go onto Amazon Seller Central, you go to Manage Inventory, click on the little box next to the listing that you want to get barcodes for, go to Action, which is right above it in that bar, click on Action and do Create Amazon Labels, I believe. Amazon Labels or Amazon Barcodes. Create product barcodes, it's something like that. It'll stick out to you in that little drop-down menu. Do that, and they're gonna give you the barcodes for free. Those are the barcodes that you're gonna send to your supplier, okay? Very easy enough. Send your supplier your logo. You had this created before. It could just be the name of your company in black with a little character around it, or it could be a really nice logo if you got one on Fiverr. Last thing you're gonna send your supplier before they start manufacturing is your product insert card. So this is a great way to get reviews as well. Product insert cards it's just going to be a little small piece of cardstock. I'm sure you've seen it in anything you order inside of the packaging. Now this is it could have the instructions on one side, and then on the other side it says, hey, write it personally. You're going to write this up, and you could resize it in Word docs or something, or in like a product insert creator. This is really easy to do. It's not going to cost you hardly anything. Maybe it'll be 10 cents per card to insert into your product. It's worth doing. So you want to write a personalized message saying, hey, CEO of so-and-so products here. Hope you're enjoying your product. We are a small American-owned business, or wherever you are, and we're competing with large industries on Amazon. It'll help us out a lot if you leave a review if you're liking our product. If you're not enjoying our product, please contact us at this email. So not only will you get more 5-star reviews and reviews for people that want to help out a small business, but you'll avoid ever getting negative ones, because instead of leaving a bad review, they'll say, hey, I'm having an issue with my product. And you could email them back, be like, no problem, we'll refund you instantly, and even you could just keep that product. So you can avoid getting negative reviews with a package insert. You could get more customer reviews that are good. It's worth doing, trust me on that. And this is something that I didn't know about until just, maybe my second product in. I didn't do this on my first product, and it probably would have helped a lot. 5, shipping plan. You're gonna create this once you're ready, once you've paid your supplier, they've produced your products, you need to get your supplier's address. This is gonna be in your seller account that you're creating a shipping plan. You create a shipping plan in your seller account. Okay, so what you're gonna do, it's gonna be the same menu I was just talking about. Click on the box next to your product in Amazon Seller Central. And like I said, if any of this is confusing, just go, the course will be out soon, okay? Comment savage if you're excited for that. I'm excited. I smile every time I think about it. I'm just so excited to get this information out to you guys. I want to do an interview with someone that is crushing it on Amazon because of me. That would make my day, truly. We need a little bit of water here. My mouth's starting to foam up. For those of you who don't talk to a camera, it is a weird sensation when you keep talking. You get this foamy stuff going on. I know it's kind of gross, whatever. Create a shipping plan in your Seller Central. So you're gonna click on the box just how you did to create your labels. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna click Send/Replenish Inventory. Then you're gonna select, case packed products, because it's all just your product in a big box. And then, again, we're gonna have this step by step, but you're gonna make a shipping plan. The first part is you need a ship from address. This is gonna be your supplier's address, okay? How do you get that? Simply ask them for their address. And now their addresses in China are a lot different than ours. They have districts and provinces and a bunch of other things. Say, can you please send me your address, and then send them the format that you want it. So have them send it to you with the district labeled district, with the province labeled province. It makes it a lot easier when you're trying to enter it in. Product specs. You're gonna, again, all this information is coming from your supplier, so you need to be contacting them on Alibaba or through email and getting this from them when you're making your shipping plan. So say, hey, I need your address, I'm making the shipping labels now for you. I need the product specs, so how much does each individual product weigh? That's gonna go into your listing. How much does each individual product weigh? How big is the packaging? What are the dimensions in inches or centimeters of the packaging? They're gonna give it to you in metric. You could always convert it, or just leave it metric on your listing. But since we're selling in the US, you probably want to convert it over to US dimensions. Customary, right? Shipment specs. So this is really important when you're making your shipment plan. It is one of the main fields you have to fill out. How many units are you shipping in? How many units should Amazon expect to receive and put into your inventory? What is the weight of the shipment boxes? So they're going to tell you, we're sending 5 boxes of your products. They're 20 by 24 by 24, and they each weigh 33 pounds, okay? That's kind of heavy, but you're gonna send, especially if you're just starting off, you're gonna send, they're gonna send that to you, and you have to ask for this stuff. Say, hey, I need all this information. You could just lay it out just how I have it here. Say, I need your address, I need how much the product weighs, I need how many units, well, you'll know that. What is the weight of the shipping boxes, and the dimensions of the shipping boxes? Once you send that to them, you're going to be able to complete your shipment, and Amazon is going to give you a barcode that you have to put, well, not a barcode, a shipping label that you have to put on the boxes. They're going to send that to you, well, not send it to you, as soon as you're done, it'll pop up. And instead of hitting print, you're not sending them a paper in the mail, you're just going to save what they gave you and send that to email, just how we sent them the barcodes. Send them the email with the shipping labels as an attachment, and they're going to print those out and put it on the box. This will have the destination it's going to. Amazon will direct your inventory into a warehouse. You don't have to pick a warehouse. And then you're going to send them the shipping labels. They're going to attach it, and it's going to go out, okay? This is really easy. So I just want to back up a little quick because I know someone's going to ask. when you pay your supplier, use trade assurance or PayPal to pay them, because that avoids any scam at all. If like there's not, Alibaba is very reputable, so you're not going to really get scammed. But pay with PayPal or Alibaba trade assurance, in case there's any issue, you'll get your money back, okay? That's super important. Now we launch, okay? So it takes 10 days for your shipment to come in. I use door-to-door air shipping on everything. If you're ordering a lot of stuff, you could send half of it through the air and half of it by sea. And that way, you know, you get your product in soon, half of your shipment arrives in through air, and it's in there and it's selling. As you start to get closer to going out of stock, the sea shipment arrives and it's the rest of it. That's a good way to do it too. It comes in, your listing turns from inactive out of stock into green active. That is an exciting day. You'll get an email saying, hey, we're receiving your inventory. Your listing should be live momentarily, something like that. Publish your PPC campaign. Turn it on as soon as it gets there. I don't care what anyone else says about not having reviews and not turning on PPC. I have sold units without any reviews. Like my first day, like $200 worth of stuff without any reviews. Turn PPC on. You know, we're going to use Keyword Scout to find keywords to bid on manually. I have a video about this. Don't worry if you have no idea what I'm talking about. This is pay-per-click advertising within Amazon. So Amazon has its own, you know, advertising services. That's what this is. You're going to rank right at the top of the page as a sponsored ad, and every time someone clicks on your ad, you're going to pay whatever you bid on that keyword to show up there. Get your initial reviews. Now, sue me, whatever. No, don't sue me. That's the counterintuitive. I just get my friends that have different addresses or family members and aren't friends with me on Facebook, have no correlation to me, to give me a couple 5-star reviews. That's against Amazon's terms and service, but you gotta do what you gotta do. You don't have to do this, people. If it's your first product and it's a really low competition product, I would say just skip that. Just go PPC with no reviews. It doesn't look that bad. If you have a great product picture, no one's gonna care that you don't have reviews. Maybe some people will, but I guarantee you'll still be able to get sales without reviews. And with your product insert, where did I put that? With your product insert in there, package insert, you'll be able to get reviews very shortly, within the first couple weeks of selling. But yeah, if you want to have friends and family members, you could have, you know, people that aren't correlated to you at all, give you 3 to 4 reviews to get you going. It looks a little bit better than not having any, I'll admit that. And then that's the last step, is to get rich. So let's go over that really quickly. No, I'm just kidding. That's it, guys. Hopefully you really enjoyed this. The Savage Sellers course, pay what you want. I'm so excited. Let me know in the comments what you think about that idea. This is my first time I'm talking about it publicly. I've let a couple of my coaching students know about it, but the Savage Sellers course is live. Guys, if you're ready to get started, take some action, okay? No one's gonna do this stuff for you. You have to do this stuff if you wanna be successful. So instead of getting paralysis analysis and watching 100 more videos about how to do it, copy this stuff down and go start doing it, okay? Go get an LLC if you can afford to do so. I started with $1,300 and I was able to afford that. I would say just do it up front. That's my personal opinion. If you really can't, you have like $600-700, just order 150 units of something that costs cheap so you can get the ball rolling. The biggest thing is to just start, okay? Everyone reads all these books and watches all these videos. Oh, I'm so smart. But what are you doing, man? I'm calling you out. Start. Go buy Jungle Scout. It's the first link in the description. You guys really want to start? Let me know if you're excited for this, so I know that I have people waiting for it. Maybe I'll start collecting emails so that you guys know as soon as it is ready. Other than that, thank you guys so much for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Hopefully you got some joy. I was gonna say hopefully you got some joy out of this. Well, that'd be good too. Hopefully you did get joy out of it. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video.